This session starts in 3 minutes, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you more. Okay, good morning again, Monica, and well, all the participants of this second session. Welcome, Monica. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right, I'm happy to see that you are here today. The previous session was recorded and was uploaded using an announcement. I hope
Okay.
that you could see the video. The video is
Mm.
very simple and the scaffolding process is clear process, step by step. Okay.
Okay.
Today, similar process, similar in terms of I am going to present the different activities for this second week. Uh,
Okay.
and at the end of the session, please you ask me all the questions you have. Okay.
Okay.
Good. So let me share the screen with you. All right. Can you see my screen right now?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Monica. So, of course, this is not the first online session. This is the second online session. This is the agenda for today. The activity number one is explore the second week evidences, the different evidences we have today. Those are located into the activity one folder. I created this chart to organize the information. What is the first information you need to have? What is the second, the third, the fourth, and the fifth? Also, where you can find this information on the platform. The specific topic, you know, the grammar topic or the vocabulary topic, and some examples for you to have a clearer perspective of what is expected for us, okay? So the first material or the first thing to do in here is explore, study, download the materials and support materials. Where you can find these materials? In the class content, project, activity 1 folder, and there is a link called materials and support materials. It's a PDF document, so you can download it. The specific topic, or topics in this case, is there is a, there are, and the noun in plural, and some quantifiers. Let me show you how to get there. So this is your platform. This is class content. You click on there, project, activity 1, and in here you can find the materials and support materials.
Yes.
All right, in here. So you can move with the arrow, and there are two versions, the multimedia version and the downloadable version. When you click here, you will see this material. It's a PDF. Of course, you can download it by clicking here. And if we explore this in a very like hog way, you know, it's about food and restaurants. It's of course about the use of there is and there are, countable and uncountable nouns, quantifiers, which is a very important topic today, and how to offer and ask for food in different food places. There are some examples, some pictures, clear pictures, some nouns, like some containers as well. As I told you before, we have there is in singular and the noun is singular, and there are for plural, and the noun is plural here, as you can see. Of course, you can create questions. You just change the position of the verb be. You can have a negative sentence as well. So that is super, super important. Sometimes in class or sometimes outside the class, we use our refrigerator or fridge, observe it, and start using there is, there are to describe the objects you can see and also describe the objects you cannot see over there. So, well, more countable and uncountable nouns, some quantifiers, more examples, more exercises for you to explore for you and all your partners. So I am going to play this very short video. It's 2 minutes 55 seconds for a general explanation about there is and there are. Let me change the mode here. You have your microphone open, Monica. Do you have anything to say in this moment?
Well, I was lost,
But now you are not lost.
I am learning to write the platform because it's much information, and I am studying other other
competences, yes,
competence in the SENA, and but this schedule is perfect for me.
Excellent.
Very perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to organize it or no.
You're going to organize your time.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I was lost, but I'm going to organize it.
Okay. Well, number one, I am happy because you are here. Number two, it's good to know that this schedule, this time, it works for you because sometimes we have classes at 7 a.m., at 9 a.m., at 12, at 3 p.m., at night. Well, I am using different time moments, you know. I decided to have this one because some people told me in the previous course that maybe it's easy for them
Mm-hmm.
to wake up early and have the session. That is the reason. So I try to know people's needs and try to fill them out. Okay. So let's start with this video. I am going to close my microphone in order to avoid noises, like something like that. And we are going to watch the video. Okay.
Very good.
Excuse me 1 second. There was a little situation here. Yeah, right now. Can you see the video right now?
Yes.
All right. Let's start.
Welcome to English
Can you listen to that?
Yes, teacher.
Perfect. Let's start.
Tonight. In this video lesson, you will learn when to use there is or there are in English. You will use there is when you are talking about one singular thing. There is one singular thing, and you will use there are when you're talking about more than one or plural. More than one with there are, and there is singular. Let's look at some examples. There is a dog. So there's one dog. There is a dog. There are 3 dogs. More than one. There are 3 dogs. There is a soccer ball. One soccer ball. There is a soccer ball. There are 2 balls, or there are some balls. There are more than one. There is a monkey. One monkey. There is a monkey. There are 5 monkeys. Or there are many monkeys. Again, more than one. There are 5 monkeys. There are many monkeys. Now let's learn how to ask questions with there is and there are. All you're going to do is switch the word order. So instead of saying there is, you'll say is there? And instead of saying there are, you will say are there? Let's look at some examples. Is there a dog? So is there one dog? Is there a dog? Are there 3 dogs? Why, yes, there are. Is there a soccer ball? Are there 2 balls? Or are there some soccer balls on the field? Again, you're asking if there's more than one if you're using are there. Is there a monkey? Are there 5 monkeys? Or are there many monkeys? Are there many monkeys at the zoo? You should now know when to use there is or there are in English.
Okay. So I suppose that the use of there is and there are is a little bit clearer right now, right, Monica?
Yes, teacher.
For example, in front of you, in your desk, on your desk, what objects can you see near you in your house?
Yes, there is a notebook.
Excellent.
There are many pencils.
All right. Very good. Singular and plural. Excellent. Very good. For example, in here, in front of you, what in front of me, what can you see?
There are 2 pencils.
2 pens. 2 pens. Yes. And in here?
There is a cellular.
A
Or
cell
one
phone.
cellular.
There is a cell phone, yes. And in here,
What is that?
it's a
There is a
mouse.
mouse.
There is a mouse, exactly. So no problem with that. Okay,
No.
very good. Now let's continue with the second. It's about quantifiers. That is a complementary content activity. Let me share with you here. Yeah, sure. Yes. So in here, can you see and listen to the video?
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
All right, perfect.
Today, we're going to talk about two things, question words and quantity words. But to start, we need to review countable and uncountable nouns. A countable noun is something that you can count, like this: 1 banana, 2 bananas, 1 jar, 2 jars, 1 carton, 2 cartons. Uncountable nouns are things that we can't count, like frozen yogurt, milk, bread, or jam. When we want to ask questions about different quantities, we can use two question words: how many and how much. We use how many for countable nouns. For example, how many bananas do we need? Bananas are countable, so we use how many. We use how much for uncountable nouns. For example, how much milk have you got? We can't exactly count milk, so how much is the way to go? So how do we answer these questions? With quantity words. Our friend a lot of is going to help us. It means a big quantity of something. We can use a lot of to talk about a big quantity of both countable and uncountable nouns. For example, how many eggs do we have? We have a lot of eggs. How much yogurt do we have? We have a lot of yogurt. We also have some other words for expressing a big quantity of something. They are many and much. We can always use a lot of with both countable and uncountable nouns. We can also use many with countable nouns and much with uncountable nouns. But we use many and much more in negative sentences, like these. For example, how many eggplants have we got? Ooh, only 1 eggplant. We haven't got many eggplants. How much bread have we got? Oof, only half a loaf. We haven't got much bread. So in conclusion, we have question words and quantity words. And we have countable nouns, which are things you can count, and uncountable nouns, which are things you can't. If we want to ask a question about a countable noun, we use how many. And for uncountable nouns, we use how much. To express a big quantity of a countable noun, we can use a lot of or many in negative sentences. For uncountable nouns, we can also use a lot of or much in negative sentences. Okay, that's all for today. See you next time.
Okay, so Patricia, I suppose that the information is clear. Of course, the quantifiers help us to respond to describe the quantity of objects. For example, this is a napkin, a napkin to clean something. A napkin. How many napkins can you see in my hand?
I see one.
I see one, or there is one napkin in your hand, right?
Okay.
And in this moment, I have all of these napkins. What can you see in my hand in this moment? Repeat.
There are
A lot of
Nike
napkins. Yes, napkins. Yes, exactly. There are a lot of napkins in this bag. Exactly. So you can use there are a lot of. It's a combination. There are the previous verb, a lot of the quantifiers.
Excuse me.
Mhm.
Can I use a little?
Little, but with no countable. For example, how much coffee do you have in your house today? You say, no, I have a little coffee, not much. But for example, uh, when you can count, how many pens are there in your house? You say there are few, only two. There are few pens. All right. Very good. Let's continue with the agenda, today's agenda. Don't worry about the agenda that I will send the agenda for all of you. So you will have this information organized, okay? The first, after exploring the materials and the exercises and stuff, there are evidences, okay? The evidences, you can find them in the class content, project activity 1, evidences, option 2. The topic is the same or is very, very similar. And the first evidence is a photo, my eating habits, okay? So this is a video tutorial I created for all of you to explain how to develop this activity, okay? So let me share the screen with you again, but in the video mode. This is the one. I am going to close my microphone and you will see this one. Well, estimados aprendices, por medio de este video vamos a aprender a desarrollar las actividades de la carpeta 1 del nivel 2. Para ello vamos al contenido del curso. En proyecto buscamos la carpeta Activity 1. Antes de desarrollar las actividades, por supuesto, debemos leer la guía de aprendizaje número 1, los materiales de soporte y sus ejercicios. Y allí vamos a evidencias. En evidencias encontramos un listado de las diferentes actividades a desarrollar. Damos clic aquí y encontramos la primera actividad. Es un foro, se llama My Eating Habits. Una vez lo descargamos, tenemos un ejemplo en el cual se nos muestra algunos tipos de comida, algunos cuantificadores, y en aras de mejorar este ejemplo, construimos este. El título, My Eating Habits. Las instrucciones: describa sus hábitos alimentarios utilizando cuantificadores, y por lo general yo pido que la persona utilice colores para destacar el uso de esos cuantificadores. Como pueden ver, aquí escribo 3 momentos del día: en la mañana, al mediodía y en la tarde. Los cuantificadores que voy utilizando, en este caso a couple of, los hago en color diferente. Some, 2 slices of cheese, en este caso, slice of, 2 rebanadas de. A small glass of, pequeño vaso de. En el almuerzo, a portion of,
a lot of, some, en la tarde, tarde noche, a cup of, 2 spoons of, any, en el caso tenga que hacer alguna frase negativa y deba describir que no consumo nada de algo. Y así usted tendrá un ejemplo claro, el cual podrá replicar con su información personal. Abajo entonces encontrará un enlace donde ustedes podrán ver y aprender otros cuantificadores complementarios y así su texto va a quedar de la mejor manera.
So, what do you think about the example? Is the example clear for you?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, so remember that.
Is a platform.
Excuse me?
These videos are in the platform.
Yes. For example, today, remember that today we start the second week. Where is it? Okay, we start the second week today, right? So, as you can see, Monica, you received this 1 hour ago, this message, the start of the second week, and you receive all the evidences and the video. Evidence and the video, evidence and the video, okay?
Yes.
So in order to have like a very clear example, because sometimes people understand just a little bit, but in the moment of like working on the homework, people get confused. The idea is not having any confusing moment, and people understand what is to be done, all right? So let's move on to, we finish with this one, the second activity. Please pay attention.
Estimados aprendices, en este video vamos a desarrollar la actividad número 2 de la carpeta Activity 1. Una vez hemos entrado a la carpeta Activity 1, damos clic en Evidencias, buscamos la evidencia número 2, la cual tiene como título Interactive Activity, The Recipe. Bajamos, damos clic en la parte azul. Podemos leer en inglés y su traducción en español. Aquí podemos abrir o cerrar el sonido, lo vamos a dejar cerrado. En pro de esta explicación, le damos Next. En las instrucciones nos dicen que Cynthia necesita preparar una cena para esta noche. Ella se encuentra un poco confundida acerca de los ingredientes que ella debe escoger. Debemos ayudarle a ella seleccionando los ingredientes que ella no menciona para la receta. Esta parte es muy importante. Ella nos va a mencionar algunos y los ingredientes que no sean los que ella menciona son los que debemos escoger. Vamos a hacer un par de ejercicios. Le damos clic en Next. Ella nos da una introducción y se nos ilumina un objeto acá. Le vamos a dar clic. Ella menciona entonces el aceite de oliva y algo de pan. En este lugar tenemos el pan y tenemos el aceite de oliva. Si seleccionamos alguno de ellos dos, vamos a obtener un resultado negativo. Miremos. Cerramos. Esperamos el segundo ejercicio. En este caso se nos ilumina la nevera. Le damos clic. Ella nos menciona el queso, la cebolla, 2 tomates, 3 salchichas, algunos huevos, leche y algo de pollo. De todos esos objetos que mencionó, entonces el que no ha mencionado es el yogurt. Vamos a darle clic allí. y esta es la respuesta correcta. Así deberemos hacer hasta el final del ejercicio. Espero que les haya quedado claro y les sirva mucho.
Is the second activity clear for you, Monica?
Yes.
So it's not difficult. The idea of that exercise is to make it real. You go to your kitchen, open the fridge, and you say, okay, there are two cartons of milk. There is no onion. Oh, I need to buy, etc. So you recycle. There are affirmative, negative quantifiers, some, a lot, any, many, etc. of serving your fridge, your refrigerator. Okay, that is the idea. All right. Let's move on to the agenda again. We just finished with the second interactive activity, the recipe. Now we are going to have this activity going to the restaurant. So let me share with you again. Where is it? It's not here. 1 second. Yeah. So as you may know, it's not a difficult activity, but of course it's necessary. It's necessary to practice,
Yes, I need to practice conversation.
Excuse me?
I need to practice conversation. I understand the English, but it's difficult to make the conversation.
Yeah, but when you need to talk, when you want to have a conversation, you need to have information.
Yes.
The most important is work this week with these activities, and you prepare information in your head, and next session, next week, we can have a conversation about the objects in your house, the food in your fridge, etc. All right? Good. Now we are ready. This one is going to the restaurant.
Estimados aprendices, por medio de este video vamos a tratar la actividad número 3 de la carpeta Activity 1. Para ello, buscamos el documento específico, el cual tiene como título Going to the Restaurant. Lo descargamos. Tenemos 3 actividades diferentes. En la primera debemos escoger entre estas diferentes expresiones cuáles utilizaría el mesero y cuáles utilizaría el cliente. Las ubicamos según el orden en estas columnas. Posteriormente, como actividad número 2, tenemos esta pareja en el restaurante y el mesero. La persona se llama Ángela. Debemos ordenar la situación utilizando las expresiones aquí organizadas, leer pregunta y respuesta y organizarlas según corresponda en un orden cronológico y lógico. Finalmente, para personalizar un poco más, vamos a imaginar que estamos en un restaurante ordenando un desayuno. Debo escribir una conversación entre el mesero y yo. Debemos, por supuesto, hacer uso del vocabulario visto en esta unidad hasta el momento. Lo organizamos en esta parte. Les pido el favor que siempre tengan un modelo muy parecido a este, donde aparece el mesero, donde aparece usted, y sería muy bueno agregarle una foto, puede ser descargada de internet. Una vez desarrolle estas 3 actividades, por favor envíelas y tendrá su evaluación y comentarios.
So, Angela, this is a very good activity because you can put into practice the previous information there are quantifiers, a lot, many, etc. The food, and of course, in a real context, in your favorite restaurant. For example, what is your favorite food to eat outside?
And my favorite restaurant is sopas de la mama, postres de la abuela.
Delicious.
It's delicious.
Yeah, so you can imagine that scenario. And okay, you are with your boyfriend, with your husband, and you are ordering for food, and you can use all this information in that scenario. You can create that, maybe use a picture, real picture or not real picture, like um, personalize your English. Is that clear?
Yes.
All right. And let's go for the last activity for this second week is describing my kitchen. Well, it's super easy. Let's listen.
Is and there are para describir objetos en singular
Excuse me, one second.
al curso English That Works Too. Para ello, vamos a evidencias, buscamos la actividad 5 de 5, descargamos el documento, leemos muy bien las instrucciones. En este caso, debemos hacer una descripción de nuestra cocina y de la comida que podemos encontrar allí en los diferentes lugares. Debemos utilizar el verbo haber de existencia, there is and there are, para describir objetos en singular y o plural, y algunos cuantificadores que ya hemos visto en evidencias anteriores. El SENA nos da un muy buen ejemplo aquí, donde hace la descripción, my kitchen is quite big, mi cocina es muy grande, y comenzamos a utilizar el verbo haber de existencia en forma singular, el cual completo debe ir there is a, y viene el objeto en singular. En este caso, hay una gran nevera. Y adentro de ella, y comienza la descripción de diferentes objetos en singular y en plural. En este caso, como los objetos están en plural, vegetables, debemos utilizar there are. Posteriormente utilizamos un cuantificador, a lot of, y así desarrollamos la frase there are a lot of vegetables. Hay muchos vegetales. También, there are some cola cans. Repito, utilizamos el there are para plural, ya que estamos describiendo latas de gaseosa. Aquí tenemos un ejemplo en negativo, por lo tanto, al verbo to be le agregamos la negación. Aquí tenemos un objeto en singular, por lo tanto, utilizamos there is y un cuantificador para relacionar el objeto, en este caso algo de tocino. Así podemos ver a través del ejemplo las diferentes formas de utilizar there is y there are, y también la forma de utilizar los cuantificadores. La actividad específica entonces será hacer una descripción de los objetos y la comida que está en su cocina. Yo les pediría el favor que utilizaran foto personal, es decir, van en este momento, abren su refrigerador, su nevera, toman una foto y teniendo como base esa foto hacen la descripción. Ya que me parece muy agradable y sobre todo que personaliza el uso del inglés, ya que su vida específica se ve reflejada a través de ello. Por supuesto, si ustedes no quieren utilizar una foto personal, la pueden descargar de internet.
Okay, Monica, is the last activity clear for you?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, now let's.
Many activities for this week.
Yeah, this weekend you have many activities, but they are easy. We are just reviewing all other stuff from previous sessions. Okay, so we just finished with this one. They are organized, as I told you at the beginning. The what to explore, where to find it, the specific topic, and the example with the YouTube link. At the end, and this is extra information, of course, is included in the Sena material, but I include here like an extra explanation. It's not my explanation, it's a teacher's explanation, a foreigner. I find this explanation very clear, easy. Why? Because we need to start recognizing the IPA. What is the IPA? It's the International Phonetic Alphabet. We recognize the different symbols, and those symbols allow me to pronounce better. Okay, it's not difficult, but of course it requires time. Let me show you like 1 minute, maybe 1 minute about this. So this is Emma.
Hey guys, I know you're super keen to improve your English pronunciation, and to do that you need two things: a native English speaker and a super amazing tool called the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet. Huh? Don't worry, I'm going to tell you all about it in just a minute. Lots of languages, each letter represents only one sound. So it's easy to try and pronounce words just by looking at how the word is spelt. But English isn't like this. No. Nope. When you see letters in an English word, they won't always be pronounced the same way. Take the letter C, for example. In the word cup, it's pronounced k, but that's different to the word place. And when a C is next to a H, it's often ch, like in chocolate. But in the word ache, it's pronounced like a k again. This is why the International Phonetic Alphabet is such a great tool for English students to practice their pronunciation with, and I use it all the time when I'm teaching pronunciation lessons. In the IPA, every sound has a unique symbol, so when you read it, you know exactly how to pronounce the English word. For example, the words though, thought, and cough all have the same O-U-G-H spelling, but actually they're pronounced very differently. Though, thought, and cough. Now these symbols might seem a little scary to you, especially if you haven't seen the IPA before. But actually, they're so helpful for you when you're learning English pronunciation because it tells you exactly how to say the word. K, o, f, cough. So even if you've never heard of these symbols before, don't freak out. In today's lesson, we're going to go through the International Phonetic Alphabet together. Now,
Okay, Monica, this is an introduction of the International Phonetic Alphabet. Just as an introduction. Don't panic. is super easy. Of course, it's necessary that you observe the video, pay attention, write down your own notes, your own insights, reflections. Okay. Yes. When I see this symbol, I pronounce this. When I see this symbol, I pronounce this. So, as time passes by and you, of course, you practice, you will understand the symbols and you will be able to produce the sounds. Okay?
Okay.
Good, Monica. So with this, we finish the information for today's session. I want to know if you have questions.
No, for the moment, please. Thank you, teacher.
Okay. Thank you for your participation. I am very happy because you woke up super early. You were on time in the session. Very good. Excellent attitude. And remember, the more you practice, if you practice every day, 2 hours, you will advance in your English. Your pronunciation is going to get better. Your vocabulary will increase. And of course, the English language skills will be much, much better. Okay, Monica?
Yes, when is the next section? Oh, yes.
Uh-huh. Let me show you. Remember that on the platform, you can find all the information connected with the schedule in here. You say contenido del curso, class content, project. In here we have the schedule, and in schedule again, you have the first week that finished yesterday, today the second week, August 19, and finishes August 25. This is the second session today, okay? The next session is August 26, August 26 at 6 a.m.
Yes. Okay.
And so you have all the information here. And if you want to download the information, you just click here in the blue color sentences. You just click there and you can download the PDF document with the same information.
Very good. Okay.
All right. Well, Monica, thank you very much for your participation. Please practice, write down your examples. Your questions are super, super important. And you can use those questions for next session. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
All right. Thank you very much, Monica. Have a beautiful day. Goodbye.
Yes. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye. Okay, everyone. This is the end of the second session. I hope that this information helps you to understand the different activities, how to get them, how to work on them. And of course, don't forget to study the IPA, the International Phonetic Alphabet. Welcome and have a beautiful day.